Now is our 8-man football analyst from his car,
Nice.
Devin Albertson. Thanks for joining us as you're on your way home from your football game tonight. Well, I guess we'll start with the big one here in 8-man football for our area. Number 1, North Andrew. Number 3, Albany. Cardinals jumped out. Pretty good sized lead, but you don't count on Albany in any of their games so far this year.
Yeah, Albany, credit to them. They fought back hard in this game and made that a game close. I know it was a one-score game with like 3 minutes to go. They just couldn't quite get over that hump there late in that game. And North Andrew, they're early on. You kind of looked at it like this team is really, really good the way they were dominating that game early on. I think they had a few injuries throughout the game kind of deal. Not making excuses or anything like that, but Albany did capitalize on those as good teams do. And District 4 is going to be an absolute just mayhem come playoff time.
Yeah, Devin, we've seen North Andrew and the teams that they've beaten this year, a couple teams that were in the top 10 that are still on the bubble for that. And then today against Albany, just where do you think their ceiling is this year, and where do you think their team is at this point?
Well, if they can stay healthy, they're the state favorite at this point, I believe, on there with the way they played at Albany tonight, and they can show it again next week if they're healthy versus Worth County. I mean, it's a back-to-back tough weeks there for them, and playing Albany, Worth County there, but at least they get Worth County at home next week. I'll be doing that game on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live, so it should be a lot of fun to see how that kind of goes next Friday. And I think North Andrew, Albany, Worth County, Platte Valley, Archie are your teams you're looking at for a state championship this year.
Devin, you started rattling off those teams in District 4. It's got most of them. I mean, North Andrew undefeated. Yeah, Albany, 1 loss. Worth County, 1 loss. Platte Valley's 1 loss. East Action's still undefeated, and they're in the 275. That's all in District 4. So we know we may have, I don't want to say the better state playoff game before we get even in the state playoffs, but that's a possibility that one of the better games in the playoffs is coming out of District 4.
I know EA, they play Platte Valley in Week 9. That's a big game there for seeding as well in the conference title. And the best part is District 4, you win that big district, you probably play Archie in the semifinals. And then, so at that point, it's really tough at that point. And then whoever wins that game is probably the heavy favorite going to the state championship game most likely. But still a lot of football left to be played. Still 2 weeks left regular season. So I'm excited to see what everyone does before they do it in the playoffs.
Devin, we'll get you out of here real quick on this one. I know you're still getting back from your game. Anything else standing out to you tonight around the 8-man football?
Credit to St. Joe Christian, ending a 31-game losing streak there. Big win there for the Lions. Want to give them a shout-out. We don't talk about them a whole lot because it's been a couple of down years for the Lions. But good for them to get that first win and kind of maybe get things rolling back in the right direction there.
8-man football analyst and expert Devin Albertson, thank you as always for coming on. Looking forward to that game next week. Worth County and North Andrew should be a good Grand River Conference game.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. See you tomorrow, Mitchell.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.